To the Anacortes Planning Commission meeting for November 12th, 2025. Ms. Watson, would you please take the roll?
Commissioner Mills,
Present.
Commissioner McCombs, Commissioner Ryan,
Here.
Commissioner Martin,
Here.
Commissioner Stoneman,
Here.
Commissioner Jeske,
Here.
Commissioner Courier.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion.
Okay. Mr. Stoneman?
I move that Mr. McCombs and Councilman-elect Courier be excused.
I second that. There you go.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded to excuse Mr. McCombs and Mr. Courier. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? No. They are excused. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have some business to take care of with the minutes. The first one are the minutes of 9/24, and Mr. Stoneman and Mr. Mills were absent. So I'm sure Mr. Stoneman and Mills will recuse themselves. So is there a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of 9/24/25. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that passes with 3 votes. Next one are 10-1. Let me see who was absent on that one. Commissioners Martin and Ryan were absent, so we will recuse ourselves. Is there a motion to approve 10-1 of 2025?
I'll second that motion to approve for 10/1/2025.
You can't, you weren't there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I figured I was in cahoots with you on this one.
We were the ones that were absent. So is there a motion to approve 10-1?
Chairman Martin, so moved.
Mr. Mills
Seconded.
and Mr. Stoneman, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that passes with 3 votes. And the next one is minutes for 10/22. I'm forgetting to ask you if you have any changes, but I'm assuming you would tell me if you did. Mr. Dretsky and Mr. Courier were absent for this one. So is there a motion to approve minutes of 10/22/25?
So moved.
And is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve minutes of 10/22/25. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, that one passes. All right, moving on to number 4, public comment. This is a time for anybody in the public to come on up to the podium and speak about anything not related to our agenda tonight. And if you have something to say about the agenda item, we'll have a public hearing for that. So, anybody in the online? Okay, and nobody in the public here? All right, then we're going to move on to number 5A, public hearing and decision, shoreline substantial development permit, Depot Plaza expansion. And we have Ms. Dewey here. Welcome.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Anna Dewey. I'm the Associate Planner with the Planning Department, and I have a shoreline substantial development permit for you all tonight. And for a public hearing and planning commission decision. This presentation, again, is a quick overview of what is in the staff report, which should be in the agenda packet. So for this project, it is the City of Anacortes Depot Plaza expansion project. The project location is within Jim Rich Civic Park, which is just off R Avenue across Market Street from the Capsani Marina. The applicant is the Parks and Rec Department, John Lunsford. And the proposed use is the extension of the existing use of the site, which is the Depot Plaza, so just extending it further south. And within the park already is the Depot Plaza, the Depot Center, the W.T. Preston, the Madrona Grove, and the Alter Americas Memorial Park. And from what you can see on this map, the majority of the property, which is outlined in a pink salmon color, falls within shoreline jurisdiction, which is this green line here, which triggers the need for this shoreline permit. So a little bit about the project site. The zoning designation is commercial marine, and the surrounding properties are also in the same zone of commercial marine, and they're primarily developed with other commercial marine focused facilities. The Jim Rich Civic Park and the Depot Plaza are both owned and operated by the City of Anacortes. And the existing Depot Plaza sits directly north of the project site. Market Street and Capsani Marina and the parking lot for the marina are to the south and east of the project site, and then the W.T. Preston and the Maritime Heritage Center are directly to the west. And the shoreline environmental designation for this area is urban. So for the proposal itself, the Parks and Rec Department is proposing about 10,000 square foot extension of the existing Depot Plaza to help facilitate the expansion of the Anacortes Farmers Market, accommodate other community events in the area, and enhance public access both physically and visually to the city's shorelines. Improvements with this project will include the installation of a new concrete plaza with a new asphalt entrance, as well as general surface restoration of the site. In addition, the current gravel approach off Market Street will be paved. So per the Anacortes Shoreline Master Program, the proposed plaza extension is considered a water enjoyment recreational use, and that is a permitted use in the shoreline, or in the urban shoreline designation. And additionally, parks, plazas, and open space are outright permitted uses in the commercial marine zone. The proposed improvements show that no alterations will be made to the shoreline. All construction activities will occur above the ordinary high water mark, and no in-water work is proposed with this project. And again, due to the scope of work, the proposed development isn't exempt from a shoreline substantial development permit. This project is valued under $1 million, so shoreline substantial development permit applications for projects under $1 million are considered a Type 3 review, which is a decision made by the Planning Commission. And then lastly, the project is categorically exempt from obtaining a SEPA threshold determination under the AMC, this code section, which exempts minor new construction of fill/excavation under 500 cubic yards. And these are a couple of photos of the existing conditions on the site. So as you can see, the proposed site is currently undeveloped. It has no structures on it or active use of the land. It's currently just gravel fill with scattered grass vegetation. And so a little bit about the project history. So again, as I said, this is a Type 3 review, which means Planning Commission makes the decision, or final decision. So the project history, in August 7th, we received the application. It was deemed complete at the end of August. We held the mandatory neighborhood meeting at the beginning of July, and then September 24th started the notice of application and public hearing with a 30-day written public comment period, which ended October 24th, and then we're here at the last one, November 12th, for the open record public hearing and decision. And within that 30-day public comment period, we did receive applicable comments from city staff, which were incorporated in the staff report, and then we also received 5 public comments, which are in Exhibit G of the staff report. So with that, as I said, this development is considered a water enjoyment use, and it's permitted in the shoreline urban designation. It's not anticipated to result in any net loss of shoreline ecological function. It's consistent with the Shoreline Management Act, the City of Anacortes Shoreline Master Program, and all development regulations listed for developments within the urban shoreline designation. So with that, based upon all the application materials, findings of facts, and conclusions with the staff report, the planning staff recommends that the Planning Commission approve the shoreline substantial development permit, subject to the proposed conditions of approval. And with that, I will open it up to any questions, comments. We also have John here in case there are any questions for him.
Questions, commissioners? Mr. Drutsky?
Currently, that area is used for, you even had a photograph that said vendor parking. Is there any provision made for where the vendors will be parking if the market expands into that new area?
For vendors to be parked?
Right.
Do you have any thoughts on that? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Commission members. Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Dewey, for your presentation. So yes, so the farmers market plans to expand onto the new plaza. They will be on this proposed plaza, if it's approved, their existing plaza behind the depot, and reduce probably the footprint on the street somewhat. This plaza will have utilities, so water and electrical, and allow them to have just another zone of use for their Saturday markets and community events. So we plan to have vendors there. It's a simple yes to your question.
I'm not sure I understood the answer to the question. The question was, currently the vendors park there. Are they, if you expand that into stalls and merchants, where will the people?
They'll have to park other places. So yeah, it's overflow parking for them. That just has been happening habitually. So they would have to park on Market Street or on other parts of the street on R.
And then one other question, what's the timing of the work? Well before spring when the market resumes?
So this is funded through an economic development grant through Skagit County. So we have an agreement with them to have it done by the end of May 2026.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Mills?
Thank you, Chairman. In our packet, I saw an announcement for the neighborhood meeting, but I didn't notice the results of the neighborhood meeting. Did anyone show up to?
Commissioner Mills, thank you for the question. So 2 people showed up. They thought they were here to talk about the Port and City proposed event center, and I corrected them, and then they left.
And is it usual to have a community meeting before there's an application? I thought that was kind of unusual.
In my experience, we've had them at various times.
Okay.
So if there's a preference, we're happy to follow that, but we just have done what we've normally done.
Okay. Any other questions? Oh, Mr. Mills? Okay.
In our packet, we had several comments from the ORS group. Has that been resolved?
So thank you, Commissioner Mills, for that question. ORS has reached out to us through the museum and then directly. So the first order of business would be to create some sort of formal arrangement with ORS, because there isn't one right now. It's been kind of a handshake agreement for 15 years. So we want them to continue to use the site. I think that their questions were answered. They were concerned about an elevation gain and,
yeah.
right, and slope. So we think that we can accommodate their use in the short term, formalize the agreement, and then have them be able to continue to use that site as they do. It's no problem to us. We think that the site's going to be in that zone where they're concerned about where they drive up their trailers and load their boats. Our engineer thinks that's about an 8-inch height increase in that zone, which should accommodate what they're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One more.
Okay. Remember, we're going to open up a public hearing and then
Okay.
also have time for the deliberation.
That's fine. I'll hold one.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Other than that, then, we will officially open the public hearing. So this is a time for anybody in the public who would like to speak about this proposal to come and speak before the commission. And we ask that you come to the microphone, and we give you 3 minutes. And I don't see anybody in the audience. What about online? Okay. So with that, the public hearing is now officially closed. So we have opened and closed. Now it's time for commissioners to discuss or ask your questions.
Thank you, Chairman. This is more of a confirmation than anything. I believe I've interpreted correctly the photographs, the Google Earth view that I looked at, that the historic railroad tracks that are to the northeast are not going to be disturbed as a result of this work?
Yes, you are correct. The tracks that you're talking about don't extend onto this property.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for the recommendations, 8 recommendations. Is that correct?
Should be in there. Yes.
Okay.
The conditions, yes. 8
The
of them.
conditions, I mean, yeah. Anything else, commissioners? Okay, Mr. Dretsky?
Currently, several vendors are on the west side of the depot on the street. Will they still be on the street, or will they be moved into that new area? Will the street be freed up, I guess?
Thank you, Commissioner Dretsky. So this has been designed in collaboration with the Anacortes Farmers Market. So their request was to have utilities and such in the zone so they could bring more food trucks and other vendors there. They may choose to also ask for a permit to keep that street closed, but we're going to allow them room to, nearly double their size with the addition of this plaza. So they may choose that as a way to continue to do their business, or they may choose to have more on the waterfront. So that's really kind of up to their operational model. They'll have both options available.
Good. Thank you.
No other questions? Okay, well, this is an action item, so I would be looking for a motion. And actually, you have a sample motion on page 18.
Chairman Martin?
Mr. Mills?
I move that the Planning Commission approve Shoreline Substantial Development Permit SDP-2025-0004, subject to the 8 recommended conditions of approval stated in the November 6th staff report, which address pedestrian connectivity, landscaping requirements, protection of the existing Madrona Grove, the scope, compliance, clearing and grading, archaeological and historic resources, the shoreline master plan regulations, and permit time limits.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve Shoreline Development Permit SDP 2025-0004, subject to the 8 conditions recommended in the staff report. Any further discussion? Then I'm going to ask Ms. Watson, would you please take the roll?
Commissioner Mills,
Yes.
Commissioner Ryan,
Yes.
Commissioner Martin,
Yes?
Commissioner Stoneman,
Yes.
Commissioner Jaretsky.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lunsford and Ms. Dewey. Right, we're on to item 6, other business, not seeing any. Item 7, Planning Department update, and we have Mr. Coleman here.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. John Coleman, Director of Planning, Community, and Economic Development. So, on Monday night, the City Council had spent about an hour and a half talking about your proposed development regulations and comprehensive plan recommendations. They just were asking questions at that point. We'll go through a process of doing more deliberations with them, and if they choose to do any additional changes or amendments, then there'll be public comment on just those specific changes that they make beyond what's already been presented. So we put the development regulations on the November 17th council agenda, just in the case that they maybe have time to discuss it, but I suspect that their agenda is probably way too full, and they likely won't get to it. But we definitely have both the comp plan and the development regulations on the agenda for November 24th. That's been the plan all along. We just saw, well, maybe we'll try to sneak it on the 17th and see what happens. But otherwise, the next lively conversation is likely going to be the 24th of November at the City Council. And Planning Department, you've probably read the paper about the city laying off people, and that did affect somebody in the permit review process. So we are going to maintain our office being closed on Fridays because we are thin on staff, and especially on Fridays. So we're going to, for the foreseeable future, be closed on Fridays at the permit center. And that's all I have to report. Any questions?
No questions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Anything else for the good of the order?
Yeah, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the staff and my co-members of the Planning Commission for a very nice card that I received from wishing me well, prayers, thoughts, and grateful. Thank you.
You're welcome. We missed you.
Miss you guys.
All right. Is this a record now? Mr. Mills, we're going to adjourn this meeting at 6:23 p.m.